Hi everyone, how are you? Today in this course we are going to learn how to install Stack to start your PHP development environment on your Linux machine. I'm launching this on my Ubuntu system, and also we are going to install Apache MySQL Server, actually MariaDB, and also PHP. The version I think we are going to install is 8.1. Well, first of all, let's look at this just simple slide that I made that. Okay, well, Stack stands for Linux, Apache and MySQL PHP. Some people say that okay, it's Python and also Perl. Well, for a long time ago, Stack was means the same that I wrote here. On Linux machines, you have to install the software like Apache or MySQL and PHP by yourself in visual. But if you are using some other systems like Mac or Windows, you can use softwares like WAMP or XAMPP. I think there's a LAMP program also on Mac that it installs these three software by default on your system, and there is no need to install them individual on your system. Okay, this is needed to start your PHP development area and you start writing your PHP codes. Okay, and but there are some exceptions, like okay, if you just install PHP and you are using, I don't know, a Laravel or something like other PHP frameworks, you can have some other ways to run your server, but the base one and the default one that is needed to have on your device and also on your web server is to have Apache, or maybe another hand, maybe you like Nginx or other stuff. Well, maybe you want to choose another server for your another, I mean, it's a database software for your application. Maybe you are using Laravel and you want to use, I don't know, Mongo or Postgres or maybe other things. Uh, then you want to install other database system on your machine. It's optional, but the default one that most of you know CMSs and most of applications use in PHP language is MySQL, that we are going to learn about it today. And also, if you want to deploy your software, deploy your application that you wrote on your local machine to the server, well, that remote server should also have Apache and MySQL and PHP to run your code. Okay, well, to start this, first of all, I think it's good to start with Apache. Well, I'm going to terminal, and okay, let's start here. We are going to install sudo apt install Apache 2. Well, if you are using CentOS or Fedora or other Linux systems, there are some difference in your command and in your software package, For example, if you are using CentOS, yeah, you have to install. You have then your command is not start with sudo. It's going to be with yum, and also uh, the package name is different. It's httpd, and this is what I'm going to tell you is on Debian based Linux systems, like also Debian, like Mint, Linux Mint, like Kali Linux, and also Ubuntu, and any other thing that also supports sudo. Okay, well, first of all, let's run this command, and it asks me for the password. Okay, I enter that. It's going to install Apache. Well, after installing Apache, there's some ways to make sure that it's installed. Okay, it's installed, but what we want to check. You can run localhost, or you can run this address to access your your root for your Apache server. If Because I previously installed Apache and then I removed that, I'm getting this page. You will get some default page for Apache installation, and let's go to see this folder. Okay, let's go to see this folder. This folder that is loading here is located in var www html. Now if you just check here, you can see that there's nothing here. Okay, if I try to create some files, okay, maybe I just make an index.html, and I write, okay, maybe hello world. Okay, yeah, then I come back to the and I refresh that. Okay, keep in mind that having index.html means that is the default file that is accessible in Apache servers. It means that it's your config file to set the default file, which is going to accessible when you enter your local machine direct name, and it's on every server by default. It's index.html and index.htm in second hand. Well, if you want to create another file like mila.html, you can try it and say, okay, hello Milad. Well, I save that. Now if I want to see this, I can run. Okay, yeah. And also if you check your directory, okay, you can see that we have these two files. Also you can check it with this. You can go to here and here. Okay, you have two files here. Now if we can run our PHP codes in this directory. We can install our we can install WordPress, we can install Joomla, we can install any other CMS or code in this directory, and it's going to be accessible in the same address that we entered here. But if we just try to create a PHP file here, let's just try that. I name it test.php, and I add some PHP syntaxes here. Okay, echo hello hello world from PHP. Okay, let's save that and let's go to check this test.php. Okay, I have installed PHP before, it's just because of that is loading here. Let me service Apache to restart. Okay, yeah. Well, first of all, I tried. Okay, I will tell you in a moment. Well, if my PHP was not installed, then I couldn't see here anything. You know, I just maybe see some syntaxes like this. I don't see the result if PHP was not installed. First of all, I tried to remove the PHP that was on my server. I think, yep, it's installed, and I removed that to install the I think there's a package also. I need to remove this. Okay, forget about that. We install it from first to see how you can install. I just wanted to show you how it look like when you don't have installed PHP on your server. Just showing some blank page or maybe some syntaxes in PHP. It's not going to compile your PHP file, but my PHP isn't installed and it's compiled here. But in the next step, if you want to install PHP, you have to run sudo apt install PHP, and it's going to install PHP and PHP 8.1 on your machine. Let's say yes. Okay, and if you want to make sure that PHP is installed, you can use this command php-v to see, okay, now we have PHP. And also if you want PHP, I think double help. Okay, now you can see how you can use PHP CLI for your on your device. Maybe I want to run a program in PHP in CLI, like, okay, for example, this test CLI.php, and I try to say echo hello world from PHP CLI, and let's save that. And then I run this command here. Okay, yes, I'm having this hello world from PHP CLI here. It's the same as like you're coding in C or C++, like Cygwin or any other compiler. You can try like this. And also there are many applications that are having CLI support, and also WordPress have CLI support. We have CLI interface for a lot of applications. This is very useful. Okay, let's clear that. Now what we are going to install next is our database server. Okay, database server, as I told you, we are going to install MySQL Server. Well, MySQL Server there is another software named MariaDB. It's the same as a MySQL Server, and we are going to install that with this command. Also keep in mind that I will add all of the commands and what I did to the gist of GitHub, and it's in the linked in description below the video. Okay, let's run this. Yeah, okay, it's installed. Maybe it takes some more times for you because I had this uh, before on my machine just some couple of minutes ago. Then if now you come here and write MySQL command, okay, I have to add sudo, oops, sudo, okay, now I'm having access to my database. I can create databases, create users. First of all, let's create a user here, okay, okay, I'm creating some test user, okay, maybe named admin. Okay, create user. I just sometimes forget this. Admin assign localhost identified by, here is the password. I just put admin. Same, it's insecure at all. Don't do this on your remote servers, but in local machines I think it's maybe to access your database fast. Maybe someone tries another password. Okay, well, create user admin, okay, that's it. And well, now we have to give some permissions to this user so it can create some databases or update some databases like that. Well, I have to say that grant let's do something else. I want to just understand you to see what's going on here. Let's well, when we want to interact with our databases, we don't come always to this CLI. We are trying to have an interface which we can access to our database tables. They are like what SQL Server have, and you can install the software on your Windows machine. It's the same as a Linux machine, or you can install phpMyAdmin so you can access your database. Okay, we are running installation for phpMyAdmin. It's going to install that, and then it should be accessible by adding phpMyAdmin here. It says not found. Maybe if you install previous version of Apache, it's going to install it by default and it's going to add it here, but in this version it's not. Then what you have to do, well, keep in mind that, well, as you saw that we just run test.php here, there should be a folder here, like, okay, maybe let me open here clear this page, make dir, okay, like db, it's going to ask me database, sudo make db manager. If now I go to db manager here, okay, I see that I can access, and this is the same way that we are going to access our phpMyAdmin, but phpMyAdmin is installed on some directory here. It's installed on usr share phpMyAdmin. If you check here, you can see that, okay, it has index.php, it has everything that to run its application. So we have to link this to our folder, this here. So what we are going to, we will have to copy this. We write sudo ln sudo ln-s. We are creating a symlink. Okay, this folder 2 or www.html. So now I have to cd to this directory. Okay, and I'm going to check. Okay, let's see. You can see that I'm having phpMyAdmin here, and also I'm having it linked to USR and share phpMyAdmin folder. If you come here, you can see that this is the directory, and there's a link icon on it, and it's going to the folder that it was there. Now if I try to do this, okay, now I have access to phpMyAdmin. I try to go for this with admin and admin password that I entered before. Okay, now you can see that at all I don't have any any access to creating database or any other thing. I have to give myself permissions from CLI. To do that, I go to MySQL. Okay, again, MySQL again, and I have to grant some permissions. I'm going to grant all permissions for all databases to user that I create before. So to do this, we are going to run this command, grant on. This means all databases. Okay, to admin assign local host with this at end. Let me see that where I have grant all on. The full command is grant all privileges on. Okay, that's it. Well, what we have to do next is to apply our changes by running this command privileges. I think that's right. Yep. Let's go and refresh this page. Maybe I have some problem. At all, I don't think. Let's do something. Let's restart our database server. Let's go to terminal again, sudo service MySQL restart, and enter your password. Again, I don't have access to this. Sudo service Apache to restart. I maybe made a mistake here. Maybe I have to run it with this. Okay, root doesn't have any password. Let's run with sudo. Okay, grant all and any databases to this admin localhost, and then we have to. I had tried. Let's run brush again. and just refresh this. Where am I making a mistake? This is the command that I wrote before. Let's say admin2, and let's say that grant all permissions and to admin2 mail, and also flash the privileges. Let's get out of this account and I add, well, here I have access to, I really don't know what was the problem, but it worked fine. Maybe I can't see the problem now. I write the commands as I told in the gist. You can check that. Well, that's it, and I hope you liked it, and see you in next video. Thank you.